Hey guys, I hope you can see me fine because the sun is really out right here and I love this time of morning whenever the sun just comes out. But I know it kind of makes it a little bit harder to see. But anyways, today I wanted to show you guys a couple of things I got that I'm really excited for. I feel like it's really giving like spring, Earth Day. It's not Earth Day, sadly, but that was the other day. And then I don't know, yesterday I was thinking, I was like, I should have got these on Earth Day. Like, it just would have been more, I don't know. Anyways, but I'm really excited for it. So the first things I'm going to show you is I have two plants that I'm really excited for. My sister got them for me yesterday. We went to a little nursery and it was really fun. And so this one is the first one. So my sister, when we were there, I didn't know she was going to give me a plant. And I wasn't planning on getting one yet because I know I want two for outside, and then I want to have a little raised garden bed, but I'm trying to get the garden bed flowers from seed, and I'm very determined on that. I tried on a whim, and then they sprouted, and they were so cute, but then I think it was a mix of me and then the elements. They sadly did not make it. I do have some out there, but I'm still iffy because I've never grown seedlings before, so I'm still nervous. But I do have one little sprouted alyssum seeds, so I'm hoping those make it, but I don't know. But anyways, so I hadn't bought flowers yet because I didn't know which ones I want. I kind of have an idea. But anyways, these are indoor flowers. And so yesterday I was looking at taking note of like which ones I like, and I've been going to different places to see really which ones I really want and then which ones I can try to kind of maintain more. So these I think are called begonias. These are the ones my sister got me. I'm really excited. I think they're so beautiful and I just love the color. They don't smell that much, honestly, but the leaves are so beautiful and like strong. And then these are the begonia flowers. The color is beautiful. So these are gonna go here on my little dresser in my bedroom. So I love that. And then she gave me a little amount because she, like I said, I didn't know she was gonna get me some. And then she was like, I'll get you some. And then I was like, oh, really? Like, you don't gotta tell me twice. So I was excited. And then I was like, wait. What are we talking? What can I get? And then so she gave me a little cap, and so I got those, and then I was like looking, I was like, so I got $3 left in that cap. And then she was like, well, I said you could get a plant, and I was like, but you gave me this amount and there's $3 left. So I was like, I can get a little mini plant too. So I was really excited for that. So the other one I got, I could be wrong, but I think it's called Coleus. So it's like this green plant with a really pretty, like, almost like magenta and burgundy. It almost even looks like it almost has like a little sheen to it. I don't know if you can see that. I just think it's so pretty and it's so little. And this was like $2.99, so I was excited and I was like, perfect. So they're really cute. I need to, like I said, I wasn't expecting to get a plant, so I don't have like a pot for them yet. I have one pot I had from last year, one of my plants that may fit it, but I feel like it's better for a smaller plant like this, and it's blue, and I don't want blue with this color. Like, I'm sure it'll be fine if you like that, but I don't want that. I feel like I want for this like a white pot or like a cream pot. I don't know, terracotta would be cute too, but I don't think I want terracotta for this one. So I'm hoping this weekend I can go get a little pot for that. And then, so the other thing I got yesterday, we also went to H-E-B, and H-E-B has just beautiful flowers. So I got a new little a new little flowers. And then I feel like, honestly, I know it depends on the flowers too, but I feel like, honestly, the cut flowers from there, like, I can make them last 2 to 3 weeks. So my last ones just recently started to wither a little bit. They still have a little bit life, but some of the flowers are starting to droop. So I was like, it is time. So these are the ones I got. So this vase, this past weekend, we went to an estate sale, and so I got this cute little vase for $2. I've been wanting to thrift more vases and get more vases just because I have been liking more cut flowers recently. And so I love that these are just the Gerber daisies. They're just really pretty. And these, they almost look like little cranberries, but not cranberry color. But these are super cute too. I just put these two together. Like I said, I love the Gerber daisies. They're so beautiful. And then these, I think they were called like Hypericum, something like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, but I just think these are so beautiful and so lovely. And so I got those for my living room TV decor thing. And so the other things I got, so some of these are open because like I said, I did try a little bit, maybe like 2 weeks ago, to sprout some flowers from seedlings. Some of them, like I said, they sprouted. And I told everyone, well, not everyone, but everyone around me, I was so excited when they sprouted. It was the zinnias that sprouted the quickest. And the marigolds kind of started too, but what happened is I planted them. They started to sprout. This is partially my fault. I watered them a good amount, and then that same day it rained. I didn't know it was going to rain, so I didn't know that I shouldn't have watered them, and I didn't know we were going to have a storm, so they stayed consistently wet for like 3 days because it rained like 3 days in a row, and within those 3 days the sun never came out. It was cool, so that water was cold and they stayed wet, and I think that is why they didn't. I think they drowned. I think that's what it was, because after that is whenever the leaves like drooped and they literally just withered within like a day or two of that happening. And at the same time, at the end of that, the like last day of it, it was like rainy and super windy, and those stems were already leggy, I think because of having too much water. So sadly those did not make it. I was so sad. I was like literally like laying in bed one morning just like sad about it, and I was like, they really didn't make it, and I was like in mourning of my seedlings. And I think just because that was the first time I had grown anything from seeds, and to see it sprout, those sprouts were so cute and beautiful, but like I said, they didn't make it. And then I have another little, I literally just used an egg carton, like a cardboard one, and poked holes at the bottom. And so those, the other ones I had, the alyssum I have, those kind of are sprouted, but like I said, I'm a little hesitant too because I think the climate I live is just not perfect for them. And I think so the alyssum seeds were, I planted like a week later, and those are the ones that kind of made it, but I don't know, I'm still nervous because those leaves are still tiny, and I don't know, I'm a little nervous. But anyways, so I'm gonna try them again, but this time I'm gonna try indoors where I can kind of control the climate a little bit better. And then if I can sprout them, I'm gonna hope to give them a little bit, let them develop a little bit stronger stems and roots before kind of hardening them out before I transplant them outside. So we'll see. So these are the seeds I'm going to try. I did try dahlias outside, but they didn't make it either with that. But I'm kind of hesitant because the more I'm learning, I've heard it's kind of hard to like keep dahlias alive, especially with like the bugs seem to really, really love them and eat them. But I have these dahlia seeds still. I don't have a whole lot, but I have like a little bit of seeds in here. So I think I'm going to still try to grow some a little bit, but I have these dahlia mixed colors. Dahlias are so beautiful to me, but like I said, I'm a little intimidated with them because the more I've kind of heard about them, I've heard they're a little bit harder to keep alive. And then this is the alyssum I have. So this one I got from Walmart, and then these I got from Dollar Tree. So this is just the alyssum. Like I said, these are the baby leaves out there, but I'm still hesitant. But these are American daisies. I still have some of these seeds. These didn't make it either. And then these, I have multiple packs, 2 of them, of zinnias, but these are just the unopened ones. So I was just like, I'll just show you these. These I got at Dollar General. So these, it's just the zinnias. I think zinnias are so beautiful. But at the nursery we went to yesterday, the zinnia they didn't have the colors I want because I really love the orange and I love all the colors, but I really, really love the pink zinnias. They only had, I think, yellow zinnias, but their yellow zinnias weren't doing too good. And then last night, I was kind of like researching what flowers are more native to my area where I live, and I didn't see zinnias on there. So I really want zinnias, but I'm thinking maybe because they're not, I don't know, I haven't really fully researched everything, but I never saw, I only clicked on a couple of websites or a couple of articles, but I didn't see zinnias native to where I live, and so I'm thinking maybe the zinnias don't do the best out in this climate. So I'm still going to give it a try, but I'm kind of like, maybe that's why those zinnias weren't doing the best. So, but like I said, I'm determined to have zinnias and marigolds because I've just heard those are really good pollinator plants. I really want to go get, what is it? Milkweed. I've heard milkweed is like the biggest like native, or the biggest like host plant for monarch butterflies. I would love to see a little caterpillar and a butterfly, so I might go try to get some seeds for milkweed, but I haven't seen milkweed in my area, not in nurseries or the seeds, so I don't know if those are native here or not. But the other ones I got, I think these are so beautiful too. I really want these, but we'll see. Because I just think they're so dainty looking, like the petals are. They're just beautiful. So I got cosmos too. I think cosmos are beautiful. And then I got marigold because, like I said, I really want zinnias and marigolds in there to kind of attract bees and butterflies. So I got marigold. And then I have hollyhock. I need to do more research about hollyhock because I don't know. I just got them because they were beautiful. But I know like the marigold, zinnia, the dahlias, and I can't remember Felicity. I know all 4 of those are good together, and that's why with those seeds, I got them because I do plan on putting them in a little raised garden bed together once they kind of grow more. And so I know those all have similar like garden soil needs, and like they are pretty good together, because some plants it's like you can't put them together because then they'll fight for nutrients, some will take over, things like that. I had heard all of those do pretty good together, and that's why I got those. The hollyhock I just got on a whim, so I need to see if those even go with that. So but those are the seeds I have. And then from Amazon, I'm like really gonna try to give myself a chance, and I'm just determined to grow some seedlings. So these, also I think they didn't do good because I think the soil didn't provide enough drainage for it, because that was just potting soil mix. And I looked more into it, and I think from what I read, I think the soil can make a big difference. Like I was listening to a podcast yesterday, and she was having trouble with her seedlings, and then it was like she tried troubleshooting, and then she said as soon as she transplanted them to a different soil, they like thrived. So I got new soil. I just got this on Amazon. I didn't know I was going to go to the nursery, so I had to order this a couple of days on Amazon, and so it like just came in. But I got this one from Amazon. I think it's called like Black Gold Sungrow, and it's it's natural and organic seedling mix. So I think this will be better for the germination process. So I got this bag of soil for that. I'm going to try to plant them today. And then so the other thing I got, like I said, I'm going to try to keep these inside and grow them. That way I can kind of control the climate a little bit better, because it is really unpredictable right now where I live. And then so I also got an LED grow light, and all 3 of these items were from Amazon, and this one has like a timer to it too. I do need to research again. I was gonna leave it on probably like the 6-hour timer, but I need to Google it and see how long those seeds need of sunlight. I feel like 6 hours is good, because where I had them when they did start to sprout outside, it doesn't get like a full day of sun. It's like the sun is here in the morning, towards lunchtime it kind of shifts and it like shines the other way, but it is shaded where they are for most of the day. But like I said, they did sprout initially, and the leaves were so cute and beautiful, and so I think like that amount is good, but I don't know for sure. And then the last thing I got from Amazon, like I said, the other ones I put in just cardboard cartons, egg cartons, poked holes through them. This time I actually got little packs of them from Amazon to put the seedlings, so it does have a hole here. It's just clear. And then the egg carton was maybe this much, and then this is a little bit taller, so I think it will give it a little bit more root space to develop before I can transplant. That way I can look at the roots to see if they're a good bit before I try to transplant them either to a pot or put them outside, stuff like that. So I just got a pack. I don't remember what the pack was, but it's a pack of 12. I'm going to do 2 of them, and I'm going to mix the seeds in here, probably do like one set of seeds in one row and then the other one, and kind of see how that goes. Excuse me. And so it is a pretty good pack, so I feel like I have a couple of chances to try. And it also came with this little lid. And from what I heard, I think you only need the lid if you're going to use it for the first couple of days until the leaves have sprouted. Then they need more air, like more fresh air. But it came with a clear little dome lid just to kind of keep some of the humidity in there and moisture so that the seeds kind of have that humidity. And so I got, like, it came with that, and I got it for this too because I want to give it the little dome lids to give it some humidity. So hopefully we'll see how that goes. And then this just goes over the top so you can control the amount of airflow in there and then the amount of humidity. It also came with these. I don't know what this is for. I know this one is just kind of poke the holes so you can put the seeds. When I did it with the other times, I literally just used the edge of a Sharpie, or like the bottom of the Sharpie, kind of put it and then made the hole, put it in there. So I got that. And then it also came with little plant markers, which I am excited for, because the other ones I just wrote on the top of that section of the egg carton which one it was. And then I feel like this will be a little bit easier when they're a little bit more sprouted. So, and then this is just the bottom, the water tray that came with it. So when it drains, it can kind of drain in here. So that is everything I got from Amazon. I am really hopeful. I'm gonna give myself, like I said, I'm trying to give myself the best chance at growing these seedlings. And I know I even offered, like, to my mom and my sister, and I think I told my aunt too, when they had sprouted, I was like, if you want some zinnias, let me know. And then they died like shortly, like 3 days later. And so I was so sad. And I was like, actually, don't tell me yet unless I know, because they're not headed your way as soon as I thought. But anyways, I'm really going to give myself a chance with try to give myself a chance with these seeds. So that is everything I got from Amazon, and plant-wise, I'm really excited with that. Also, I kind of have a question if you guys know. So I had cut little leaves off of my snake plant that a friend had given me a little bit ago, but it was a lot bigger than I thought it was, so I didn't put it on my dresser where I wanted it. It's in the living room. But I want a mini snake plant for my bedroom just because I know they're really good for, like, clearing out the air and toxins and stuff like that. So I'm trying to propagate them. And I've heard mixed reviews. I know some people say some of them, they'll propagate and start to grow roots within like a couple of weeks or days. I heard snake plants can take a couple of months to propagate and grow roots before you can transplant them into a pot. But I'm so confused. I change the water all the time on it, like at least once a week, but I did read the other day someone said every couple of days, so I've been doing every couple of days for that too. But I just feel like they're not growing roots at all. But if you look at it, I see like almost this clear stuff around the bottom. I don't know if it's focusing right there. I don't know if that's it growing roots or not, because when I pull it out, I mean, before you couldn't see, now you can see it a little bit right there. I don't know if that's like it trying to grow roots or not, because I feel like when you pull it out, it just looks like a weird goo almost. But whenever it's on here, I could see it moving a little bit more. So if you know how to propagate like a snake plant or plants, please let me know, because I don't know. I'm like, they're still alive clearly, but I don't know if they're really like growing or not. And it's been a couple weeks, and I know maybe I'm just not as patient, but I don't know if I'm doing something wrong. But I'm like, with propagating, it's pretty simple. You just leave it in a cup of water, change the water, and it'll eventually grow roots. So I really don't know, but if you know, please let me know. And then, yeah, I also want to get like other ones, but like I said, I'm trying to wait. I was for a little bit for my 2 potted ones. I was kind of like set on these lilies I had seen at Lowe's. But the more I'm looking, I don't know, I kind of want to do like chamomile or some type of herb, but it's still a flower. But I don't know yet, because I don't think those are native here either, because in the nurseries, I have not seen chamomile. I only see chamomile cut flowers, but I also don't know if they're hard to grow. So I still haven't figured it out. So we're still gonna get like flowers soon. And I kind of want to go to the garden center this weekend and hopefully get pots for those and kind of just browse at another garden center just to see what they have. But that is everything I've gotten recently plant-wise. I also have a mini Hobby Lobby haul for y'all. I know I just did a Hobby Lobby haul and I literally forgot something again. So I'm like, I need to go to Hobby Lobby again within a couple of days. But let me grab a bag. So this is not a huge Hobby Lobby haul. I just have one bag in here. But like I said, they had a lot of stuff on sale recently, and then so this is just literally a little heart metal tin. When I go back, if they have more, I'm gonna get a little bit more because I've been baking a little bit more. This week I made a banana bread that I really liked. I'm excited for. I was a little mad at myself because I spent so long, because now I'm a little bit more conscientious of like ingredients and things and stuff like that. And I went back and forth between 3 different flours for the longest time because there was like, I knew I wanted like unbleached and stuff. There was unbleached, unenriched, and then there was like unbleached organic and different ones. And I went back and forth. And I finally decided on the flour I was going to get. So I had gone to different aisles and stuff. And then when I finally decided, I went back to the aisle and I knew which one I was going to get. So I grabbed it. I went to pay. I baked the bread, everything. It was after I had put the rest of the flour into my container and I had already put the banana bread in the oven. I noticed I grabbed bread flour instead of all-purpose flour. And I was like, I spent like 30 minutes trying to decide on which flour. And then in the end, I grabbed the wrong flour. And I was so mad at myself. So it ended up working. I think because it is banana bread, I ended up having to cook it like 10 minutes longer because it was still not fully like cooked through. So I ended up having to bake it longer, but in the end it worked out. But I was like, because the next thing I want to do is brownies. But I need regular flour, not bread flour for that. And I bought the big bag of flour because I feel like the more I've been baking, you go through flour quickly. So I was so mad at myself for that, but I was like, in the end, it's okay. But I was just like, I really spent so long on that decision just to grab the wrong one in the end. But it was fine. But anyways, aside from that, I got these little tins just to put little cookies. And it was on sale for $1.12, so that's not bad. But I want to go back and get more because there's a couple of people I want to bake some things for. And I feel like this will be cute for that. So I want to go back and get a couple more of those. And then these, I just saw in the little clearance section. And I thought they were so cute because I feel like if you know me, you know I love little like ducks and geese and all those cute little decor. Like I love that so much. And I saw these in the clearance section. They were for $1.50. They're just like, I don't think this is necessarily felt, but they're just little ducklings. These are ducks, right? Yeah. And then they have cute little bows and rain boots. And I love that so much. So I got one pink, one yellow, and one turquoise. I thought those were so cute and precious. And they also had these on sale that I hadn't seen the last time. So this, I got stamps because I've been getting into stamps a little bit more. I want to do more snail mail, things like that. I also have seen so many people do like on TikTok, like, I don't know what you call it, snail mail, like pen pals, or I don't know. But I'm kind of scared to do it too. Like I'm kind of scared to talk to someone I don't know. So I don't know. I haven't done that. But I love it because I'll see people show what they get and then they'll send each other different like scrapbook things like that. And it's just fun, I think. I recently ordered from Etsy. I want to do like a subscription one, but I haven't figured out one I like. But like the snail mail boxes, like subscription boxes or like mail. So basically people will like create their own little snail mail subscription packs and they'll mail you, they'll write a letter each month and then they'll send you like, they'll make stickers or bookmarks, or some people do word searches. I love those. And they'll send it out every month. And I think they're so cute. I ordered a single month off of Etsy. There's a couple I want, but I could not decide on which one I really wanted the most. And then the one I decided, I think they lived in the UK, so the shipping was like more expensive and things like that. And so I haven't decided, but I've got one from Etsy. And so I'm hoping when that comes in, we'll see how I like it. And then if I do, then I might do the like monthly subscription because I feel like that will be just so fun. But anyways, that aside, I got the stamp. This one's a cute little frog and it was 62 cents. So I got that. And then this pack was more, I got it for the letters. It was $3.74 and it has just cute little cursive letters and these little like, I don't know what you call those, but like little circles and stuff like that. So I got that. And then this one just says thank you and with a little heart. I thought that was cute too. Like I could put it on letters or like thank you cards, stuff like that. And then I just got these little chain link things. I needed more of those for like bracelets and necklaces and stuff. So I got more of those. And then I just got another pack of this elastic stretch cord just for jewelry. I needed more, so I got another little pack of that. And then I got these beads. I had seen them online on TikTok, and I felt like that would be a cute little bag charm to make. But the last time I had gone, they were out of stock. And then I went back this time and I was looking at the beads and they had it. So I went ahead and grabbed it. They're just little alphabet beads, but they're like big, thick letters and colorful. And I just think that'll be really cute with like my name. So I got a pack of these because I was going to make one for me and then maybe like for a couple of friends. And then the last thing I got were these little charms. I just feel like they're going to be really cute on like a little bag charm keychain thing. They were so cute. They're like little pearls and they have little butterflies, bees, mushroom, flowers, leaves. They're just really cute. So that is everything I got. So I hope you guys enjoyed this little haul. I know the plant stuff, I know some people like, some people don't. So I hope you guys liked it. I feel like they're just so precious to me and I love this part about spring and I'm really excited. They're just something, I don't know, recently I've been really into like flowers, gardening, stuff like that, and so I'm just truly like, I don't know, they're just so beautiful and like truly give you joy. And so hopefully I can update you guys on like how the seedlings do, what I find works, things like that for me at least, because I know for everyone it's different as far as like climate, the way you get the sun, stuff like that. So I'll keep you guys updated on that hopefully. If you never hear from me about it again, it did not succeed, and I did not have the guts to tell you guys it did not succeed. So that is everything I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye, guys.